I appreciate the letters that are being read, and yet all the Americans are over there voluntarily. I wish we had some letters from the Afghanis and the Iraqis and the Iranis who are now involved. Who had no choice other than to be under the bombs when they were being dropped. Anything else to say other than that? I think we're all family.
I know Seaside's a very small town, and for the most part, we all feel the same in Seaside. But even these small visuals, they do matter. At least that's what I like to believe. So anybody who takes pictures, videos, and wants to put articles in about this visual for MoveOn.org, this will be sent to our Congress, and we're hoping that that helps a little bit on the push, at least for the bill to pass. It's the best at this point we can do. I mean, I could go into more personal things, but being I'm representing MoveOn.org, I have to reserve a few things of my own. But if anybody else wants to speak freely, you're welcome to. And I think we all deep down feel pretty similar. And I'm kind of glad we don't have anybody that knows anybody in the war at the same time. But the letters mean something, and that those are, you know, written from the hearts. And the gentleman's right. We really should have something from the Iraqi families too. And I'd like to take this time real quick to give you guys the numbers so far as of March 17th of what this war has done to this country and that country. Right now, as of March 17th, 2007, U.S. deaths confirmed by DoD, Department of Defense, is at 3,213. That's just U.S. deaths, 5 of them pending confirmation. That brings the total to 3,218. Total wounded, 23,417. Medical air transported. Now the websites are really conflicting about numbers, and I'm sure anybody who really researches this will see that for themselves. But the medical air transported, which means hurt and I guess flown by via helicopter or whatever, comes up to 32,544. That's a large amount of people. That's just on the U.S. side. Now civilians, the people that we're supposed to be freeing in Iraq, the civilians are reported killed by the military intervention of Iraq. The minimum is 59,326. The maximum is 69,160. That doesn't seem like we're freeing anybody to me. That's a big number. These are the people that we promised that we were going to free, when obviously that's not on the agenda. So we need to bring them home, and little things like this that we can do is about all we have the power to do. But we can write letters to Congress, we can write letters to our senators. You know, just go to Oregon.gov and it'll give you everything you need to know about who represents you and being a constituent, and it'll put you right there. Fortunately, in our state, most of them are on our side. But if you have family in other states, convince them to get letters out. You know, we run the country. You know, we run the country, do we not?
Stand us the numbers to actually run it.
And we also have a sign-up sheet over here, no pressure at all, to join or to at least look into MoveOn.org, who I'm today representing. I don't work with them, but they asked me to run the vigil today. This is my first one, so I'm sorry if it's not that well ran. Bear with me, but my heart is in the right place. And but I feel very strongly about this, as my friends and family know. And this whole administration, on a personal note, needs to be held accountable for it as well.
I agree.
So first, let's get them home, and then we'll find out what we should do next. And if anything new develops with MoveOn.org, or if I decide to run something on my own, I'll put out the numbers for you guys. Okay, and we have 2 great reporters here today. One right here from Daily Historian, and over here we have from the Seaside Signal. If anybody wants to put their 2 cents in, do it, do it, do it.
name's Amy and I have a comment. I think that peace starts within our hearts, and I think that every day, every one of us that is standing here, you can conscientiously act in peacefulness.
Yes.
You can do your dishes with thoughts of peacefulness in your heart, and that goes out into the world. You can drive your car with thoughts of peacefulness. You can shop at the grocery store with thoughts of peacefulness, and that goes out into the universe every single day. So peace starts within each one of our hearts, and each one of us here can live peaceful lives and let that spread.
I would like to say something to looking back when the war first started. For the ones of us who were already on the side against the war, it's an easy task. But for the ones who in the beginning thought it was a good idea and now are starting to slowly see or trying not to see that it is a mistake, and to admit a mistake, it takes an enormous amount of courage and power. And I'm trying to see it when I look at this peaceful sign, is that we can come up with the belief of that there is the power and the understanding and the courage for the people to come up with, to see that there was a mistake made, and now is the time to stop so it doesn't have to get any worse.
Collateral damage is a serious issue, and in this war, such as it is, it was so unnecessary the way the war was conducted, without a plan, without a strategy, without a basis for the war, and the poor Iraqi people that have been killed and injured by this, it's obscene. And when you consider that nearly 2 million Iraqi people have fled their country to Jordan and Syria and other nearby countries, we've really devastated that country. And for what? My question is, what the hell for?
Will this war ever stand up for anything other than the rich getting richer and people getting power? I mean, the people in any country doesn't want war. It's all about the government's winning the power and control the people.
Well, this administration never stands up for anything.
It needs to stop. People need to start realizing that we're in an awakening and awareness, and everyone in the world just needs to learn to love each other, become one together, and join as a unity in this planet. And stop fighting. The fighting is just not necessary. You know, it's all about love and being oneness together, not fighting and killing each other.
We wouldn't have Saddam Hussein on our dollar bills right now if we hadn't gone into Iraq, and we wouldn't be standing under an Iraqi flag. We wouldn't be affected here as a country in any way. I can confidently say it. So if we hadn't gone into Iraq, and so what is that? Just wasted life now? I mean,
Plus, Saddam wouldn't have been in power had it not been for us.
This is true. Let's take it back to the first question.
And who are we going to put in power
It's just the
now?
power-hungry people that's getting any benefits from this. It's the people who really want a life are the ones who's dying. It's not right.